Page 2. Video 1. Unit 1. Is COVID entering an endemic stage?
It's been more than 2 years since the first case of COVID-19 was confirmed in the U.S., rapidly turning our lives upside down. But a glimmer of hope is starting to shine through. Most experts believe the virus will soon transition from pandemic to an endemic phase.
Yeah, sounds like good news, but what does that really mean? NBC News senior medical correspondent Dr. John Torres has more on what could change as COVID-19 does become an endemic.
We've masked, stayed 6 feet apart, and the majority of the country has been vaccinated, all to keep COVID cases down. So how will we know when all of that worked and COVID-19 is in the endemic phase?
It probably won't be page one of the newspaper anymore. It won't be what you wake up in the morning and are worried about as you leave the house.
Well, endemic means the overall rates are static, not rising or falling. It's the stage where we learn to live with the virus.
What I do think we will be able to do is get a level of control that's low enough that it doesn't interfere with our function.
Dr. Robert Wachter, the chair of the Department of Medicine at the University of California, San Francisco, believes we may be fast approaching this new phase.
As I say, in most places, probably 3-4 weeks from now, there will still be COVID around, but the prevalence will be much lower.
To reach that endemic state, that doesn't mean that the virus has disappeared or gone into the background. It can also mean a combination of the fact that we know how to treat it better and we have better tools to treat it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think that the virus, there's no circumstance that I can envision where the virus goes away.
Even with lower transmission, some things like masking could change.
Mask mandates in indoor spaces, which I think are completely appropriate now, in a month or two may not be appropriate. We may have a world where we don't need to force everybody to wear a mask.
But while mandates and shutdowns will be dialed down, it doesn't mean the virus isn't dangerous, as we learned from another endemic virus, the flu.
You know, the flu we've lived with for 100 years, and it kills, sadly, 30 to 50,000 Americans a year. And it's endemic. It's sort of endemic in a seasonal way. It comes out every winter and we deal with it.
This could be the same way we deal with COVID-19. We'll still have outbreaks, but they will be regional and more predictable.
The sense of whether you're in an endemic versus pandemic state, whether this is a dominating factor in your life, is not whether there is some virus around. It's how much is circulating and how protected people are from the bad outcomes.
Great information there as we look forward, and our thanks to Dr. John Torres for that report.